The hardest request to do in Pokemon Legends ZA to unlock the shiny charm is winning 1,000 Pokemon battles. I am going to show you how you can do that completely AFK while getting yourself a bunch of experience while also making a ton of money for things like shiny hunting fossil Pokemon. And all you're going to need is any turbo controller. And if you don't have a turbo controller, I'm going to show you how you can just mash the A button and have the same effect while watching Netflix or whatever. Now you're saying, what type of turbo controller do I need? You can use any. This here is an example you can pick up at a Walmart for 20 bucks and it will do everything we need to do. All you'll have to do is turbo the A button and keep it pressed. That's all you got to do. So how do we get this set up? What are we doing? All right, so first thing you're going to have to do is get far enough in the story that you are going to have done the tournament, okay? And if you don't know what the tournament is, come back to this video once you've completed the tournament. It's impossible to miss. But when you have done the tournament, when that's unlocked, we are then going to fly to this Pokemon Center down here. And once you fly, we are going to head out on the outside rim and make sure we're on the outside rim right here. And you're going to head out this way. And there's going to be this right here blocked off. And there's going to be a quest you can complete defeating these Beldum. And it will open up this right here. Once you have that done, you will get the Rocky Helmet. Go pick a Pokemon, something bulky. Give it the Rocky Helmet, and I just picked my shiny Goodra, right? I had it, it worked, and it was my highest level. So then, all we have to do is go over to Restaurant Lena. So, we're going to go to here, and we are going to walk inside, and we're going to turn. Now, here is where you have options. You can turn on your turbo right here, spamming the A button, and as long as your Pokemon is bulky enough to not die to all the attacks, the other Pokemon will faint themselves, and you will eventually win all of the fights. If you want to speed it up, what you can do is put a rubber band on your turbo controller and hold down L2, the button you use to lock on to Pokemon. I am going to show you what this looks like if you have it set up. So it's going to be holding L2, and I'm going to be manually mashing the A button. So we set this up, and you're going to have to pay $3,000. Don't worry about it. You're going to make far more back. Now, this is something you can do before you've done the other requests, because this is obviously going to take you a decent amount of time. But remember, this is going to be sleep time. You can do this while you sleep. What if you do extra? You're just going to have extra experience. You're just going to have extra money. It's not a big deal if you do too much. So now, this is where it kind of sucks. This is the Pokemon that sometimes takes forever. But because we're just holding down that one trigger and we are spamming A, we will not attack this Pokemon, okay? And I'm not going to speed it up. I want you to see what happens. It will faint itself. The rest of the fights will be much quicker. Now, what we get at the end of this is we are going to get a hold of tiny mushrooms, and those will stack up in your inventory, and you can sell them for a huge wad of cash. You are also going to get the small XP candies. So just because a Pokemon's not involved in this, you're not using them in the fight, they're not in your party, doesn't mean you don't have a massive stock of experience to throw on whatever Pokemon you would like. Now, if you need any other things in the game, by the way, let me know. I am working through it. I'm taking a little longer than I thought I would. There's the first one down to actually get things done, but I am trying to get as many videos out that people need. This is one of the things I saw people were searching. How do I do the 1,000 battles quickly? AFK, best method, different searches. I checked Google searches. There's like a official page, actually, if you didn't know, that tells you what people are trying to find, and this is it. This is one of the big ones, because this is the bottleneck. And I have some friends who are also at this bottleneck. This is all they needed for that shiny charm. And so here we go. You can see we took out the first one they threw out. And this will go much quicker. You're about to see it go much, much quicker. Look at those physical hits. And as you can see, it definitely gets sped up because we are going to be defeating their first Pokemon because we are holding the L2 button. And this will be the third and final one. And if you're this far in, you're saying this is taking far, far too long. Remember, if you start doing this while you're asleep, that's a lot of Pokemon battles. And if you want to do it while you're actively awake, you can do that. You can defeat all of these guys manually if you want, and it'll be much quicker. It'll be, I believe, the fastest method. I've seen some people trying to say that you should do battle zones for defeating trainers. I cannot imagine it's faster than this doing it manually at this little restaurant because they're so low level and you're going to one-shot absolutely everything. And as you can see with my health, it's not even close, and we will full heal after this. There we go. At this point, I'm going to stop mashing the buttons so I can show you what it looks like when we finish. So we now are over the amount of money we spent already, so we've made profit. You saw we got the experience in battle. And we get 5 tiny mushrooms. We get the candy. And if we were mashing the A button, which we're not right now, but if we were mashing it, we would talk to him and restart the fight. So, how much are we actually making each time for a money-making scheme? There's definitely got to be better methods. But for AFK, let's just see what we're making every fight. $250 each. 1,250 plus the extra we get from the battle. So, yeah, just it's available to you if you want to do something AFK, you want to get a hold of that shiny charm, and you don't want to be held back when you get to that point. Because remember, to get the shiny charm, it's at the bottom of this. It's right here. This is it. This is what the people want. But you have to do all the requests. So as soon as you can, I think it's a good idea to start AFKing the longest quest, the one that's probably going to be your last one, and just save yourself the headache of having to brainlessly do a bunch of battles you don't want to do. Hopefully this helps everyone out.